Howdy y'all, this is Red Wolf. Now one of the big reasons why I have my channel is because I don't like buying garbage, especially high price garbage, and I don't like seeing other people do the same thing, especially when it's as avoidable as asking a few questions and getting a little bit of quick footage or something like that from somebody who's has some experience with it. So been getting a bunch of comments on the channel. Like I always tell y'all, if y'all got any comments, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And been getting a bunch of questions about some of my knives and some stuff people have been wanting to know if I had any experience with. And I've got a couple of those that I own. Some of them have a lot of experience, some are just a little. But what I want to do is I want to get y'all commenting down below, send me a PM, something like that. If I can figure out how to make a poll, I will. But I got some knife options here from some stuff that's been talked about and y'all have asked for. And I've only got a certain amount of time to go out and film. And I want to know what order y'all want to see them in. So I'm going to move in here. I'm going to give you a little bit of details on them. And I reckon we'll go from there. Alright y'all, so I got a selection of different knives here. I guess we'll just go through them. I've got a little scale over here that I borrowed from my wife. So we're going to get some weights in ounces. And I just want to show you some balance points. Now my basis of comparison is going to be my Marauder. Got a lot of comments on it. Y'all probably all seen the videos on this that have clicked on this one. So I'm just going to show you kind of how it compares to this. So first off, I'm going to zero that out. Okay. My Marauder weighs 6.5 ounces, really? About 6.5, 6 3/4. Wow, that's really light. Nothing wrong with that. Very good knife. It balances right here, right at the end of the choil. Oh, how well y'all can see that on camera. Razor sharp, super lightweight, really good knife for the money. I'm gonna go ahead and say total weight about 9 ounces. So I'm gonna go through my cold steel options, I think, and then I'll do my other ones. So one I've been getting a lot of questions about recently has been this. I think they're calling this their Wild West Bowie. It's somewhere in the Great Western Bowie World War II Marine Raider. Here's our blade comparison. Everything being kind of lined up at the hilt. It's definitely fatter right here, which I don't know if I like or not. It's got a different feel. It definitely feels beefier. We got a real nice guard. It's well built, but it doesn't handle, to me, as good as some of the other knives. Really wide blade, really good point. I think this is a real good chopper fighter. It's going to be really hard to snap, but not entirely certain how easy it'll be to skin with that, though the control factor is really high. So weight on the blade, 13.3 ounces, and in the sheath we're at 16, more or less. And this has one snap here, and it has a dangle on it. Next up, this is probably my current favorite Bowie. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's a do-anything option. And that's going to be the 1917 Frontier from Cold Steel. I believe these are made with 1075 carbon steel. They've got a steel guard. Got the tang, comes all the way up through here and probably goes to about there. It's about an inch, inch and a quarter wide, and it is by far the bigger brother of the Marauder. It's thicker, it's heftier, but so far this weird grip that they've got on here is really stable in the hand, and it does literally everything I've ever asked it to. Yeah, so we're at 14.5 ounces, so about 3/4 of an ounce heavier than this one. Now it does have a much fancier sheath. It does have the dangle, but it has a lot of steel on here. This is originally so that if you fall off a horse, the tip doesn't go into you. It's a pretty interesting little thing right there. And our overall weight, again, is about 20 ounces. Probably ought to quit putting this back up. So the next one up on my list, this isn't one I had a lot of comments on, but I'm going to show it because I have it. It's a big knife. This is the Shanghai Shadow. It is double-edged. It's light and handy. It's pretty good. It's basically a, it's not a smatchet, it's the trench sword, which I believe is a Fairbane design. You can see, well, edge to edge, we come down here pretty close to the Marauder. Very, very similar in feel. This is a little bit lighter because of the, or feels lighter because the balance point is back here. Really good finger room, really good steel. I think it's, this one's SK5. It's just a really nice knife, and I've been thinking about putting it up there. Yeah, 9.4. We'll go with that, ounces. Whoop, wrong sheath. Look a lot alike. Yeah, 12.65 all told, and this has the standard Kydex with all the options on there. Got the coating on it. Now the other two that I like, or the other two that I've got a lot of use for, and I'm going to review at some point. I'm just throwing them out here. The first one is the Druid 230. This is one of my favorite knives. It's lightweight. It's really thick. So you got all some kind of comparisons here. It's very similar in sizing here. A little bit thicker on the spine than the Marauder. It's got a little bit more back heft to it. But it throws good chunks. It's really controllable. It works really good when I'm doing barbecuing meat and skinning and stuff like that. And I really like it when paired with tomahawk for tomahawk and long knife, which is a fighting style I do just a little bit. It is a stainless steel. No, what is it? It's 90 CR18 MOV. It has a really nice leather sheath. It's a fairly expensive knife. I think these are around 140 bucks. But it's really good if you got the money, and I'm going to do a review at some point, so I'll throw it out here. Yeah, the blade itself is 6.65 ounces, and in the sheath is 9.5, so real close competition with the Marauder. The other one is this Condor Undertaker Bowie. I got this because it has more of the old school look. And I'm curious about Condor. I've liked their Kep art knife. I'm having some mixed feelings on some of their other stuff. But it's got proper full tank construction. And let's go edge to edge. Just a little bit bigger than Marauder. Completely different aesthetics and sheathing options. This has the standard Condor kind of heavy leather. So weight-wise, looking at 10.6, 10.5, somewhere in there. And with the sheath, now this does have a snap, and I didn't find it very useful. It kept getting in the way, so I cut it off on this one. And we're up to 13.2. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm going to try and just keep this pretty simple. Give you all a little bit of food for thought. And hopefully we can get some answers coming in so I can get y'all some videos sometime in the next couple weeks. Until next time, this is Red Wolf signing off. Y'all keep up the good fight.